So if you're looking to build more ambitious React apps, you can use some other add-ons and libraries that allow you to do so. So there's Redux Thunk and Redux Saga that allow you to deal with asynchronous behaviors when using Redux. And there's also some pre-built components that people have already built for you, which are already performant, accessible, and really easy to use out of the box, so that can always improve your application and take it to the next level. There's also the React DevTools that you can use as extensions to your DevTools in your browser, and they can allow you to do really cool things, especially if you use Redux to go back in time in history to view the state that your application was in after a certain interaction was done by a user, or you can also just look at how your components are supposed to be rendering in the browser.
I use this library called React Storybooks, which basically allows you to develop your components sort of in isolation or on a sort of almost like a workbench environment where you can manipulate the props directly and test and see it in all its different states, like you're essentially storyboarding or storybooking, as the case may be. I like it because it allows you to almost build your application sort of bottom up, starting with the smallest components and sort of starting with a library of small components like buttons and navigation and that sort of thing, and then building up from there, as opposed to the way that you usually build React apps where you have like a blank page and you sort of have to fill it.
You can have internationalization tools that will allow your app to be localized to whatever language it should be in. You can have certain UI libraries that make it easier for you to prototype, so it'll give you very basic UI components that they've already built. An example of this is the Material UI library that gives you a lot of UI components that you can easily use off the bat.
So over this series of videos, we've given an overview of what React is, how to use React Router for adding links, and how to use React Redux to manage state. And we've discussed other things like what components are and other tools that React developers use to enhance their applications. For more information on React, go to reactjs.org. There's lots of documentation and explanations about how it works and why you use it. And if you're building apps on Glitch and you get stuck, highlight the code and you can ask the community for help. In this video, I'm going to learn how to talk properly using React Redux. JavaScript is, I'm dying inside. Sort of like this freeze frame.